Car shipping integration implies the ability for dealers, shippers, and buyers to digitally book auto transport services directly after a purchase transaction, dealer swap, relocation, or vehicle shipping move requirement, and expecting shippers to continue to pick up phones and randomly post loads on multiple load boards doesn't make sense anymore. I've used car shipping technologies, and like you, I know when something isn't working. So are you ready for a car shipping technology that actually works the way you want it to? Right now, you're seeing an auto transport technology space race, many different flavors, racing the market, hoping to get your business. That's why One Auction View car shipping integration is working hard to get it right with ease of use, fast processing, and accurate delivery pricing. And that's tonight's show. What was the original problem you were trying to solve when you created One Auction View?
Yeah, the original problem I was solving as myself as a dealer is there is so much noise with all these different auctions going on. All these, Odessa, Mannheim, ACV, backlot cars, and a myriad of other players. And it's absolutely impossible for a dealer to keep track of all these auctions. There's too much noise going on. You can't have a save search set up at each individual auction and find these vehicles. You need to have one global solution to search all the vehicles seamlessly, to have a global save search that's going to show you all those cars in real time, and keep track of the vehicles that you put on your watch list. Because when you're a dealer, you have stuff at Mannheim, stuff at Odessa, stuff scattered all over, and it's impossible to manage it all. So that's why I got into software, because originally I was solving my problem, and I realized my problem is every dealer in America's problem. Our software is meant to help the car dealer, and we want to help them facilitate purchases outside of their sphere of influence, which is obviously at wholesale auctions, so they can get a better deal. We're trying to do what I like to call the Uberization of transport for car dealers. So we're using automation, low touch points, so we can offer a high value, low cost, 100% transparency solution to car dealers. So what we've done is we've woven together several partners that make this all happen. So the needs that we first started with, we needed real-time, market-based, instant quotes for our vehicles. That's our good friend Mark Rodeke at TAQ. We also needed a broker with a proven track record of success and willing to move cars for a small margin with using technology and low touch points. That's Easy Auto Ship and Eric Ray. And then we also needed transparency with the carriers and digital bill of ladings and a TMS that would speak with all parties. That is our friends at Super Dispatch. And then lastly, we needed a great distribution partner, and we partnered with Kinetic Advantage and their dealers to give them cutting edge tools for finding inventory, knowing retail comps, and now transportation. So like Bezos did for Amazon, you have to solve logistics in order to move your product. And that's my vision for One Auction View. You have to solve logistics if you want dealers, wherever they may be, to feel comfortable buying and selling cars all over, because customers are calling dealers and they don't know where to ship, how they could transport cars.
I think what Skye has done here is going to change the industry big time. He's been working on this for a long time, and it's coming to fruition, and it's just going to be awesome. With Skye and OAV and Easy Auto Ship, we have streamlined the process to make it simple, and you pay a small broker fee, and we're looking to do volume. That's how we're going to scale this out and make it, just a no-brainer process. I think Skye hit a home run with this one, and I'm super excited to be part of it. Him and I have been working on this for a couple of years together, and it's finally coming to fruition, which is just exciting. I got goosebumps about it. They're going to realize, it's just easier to log in to OAV and use the transport tool. It's reasonable, it's reliable, it's affordable, and it's just going to be a great tool. We're excited about it. So Like I said, I think what Skye has created is going to be one of the biggest changes and innovations of how people buy cars online and ship them in a decade.
And me being a car dealer of 21 years, and I have fellow friends that are car dealers, this entire solution is dealer centric. Everything that we've done is dealer centric. It's all around the dealer. The dealer is who we care about, what's make them happy, make their life easier. And I think that's where things got forgotten along these paths of these other solutions. They're carrier centric. And that's where I think some of the pitfalls are to these solutions, why dealers obviously will go to other solution providers.
One thing that I think is cool too about OAV is, dealers can actually find the car a buyer wants and almost have it sold before they even get it. Where they used to go to auctions and they'd have to look through and wait for the auction lanes and all this stuff. They could just go right on OAV and say, I need a Toyota Camry, 2019 to 2022, this mileage range, and search 100 different places, and boom, it comes right up. And that's very cool. That changes the game a little bit.
And they could buy that car wherever it is the cheapest in the marketplace. And obviously with instant quotes, you know exactly what it's going to cost to move that car. So if you could rip that car, to your point, you're going to buy, maybe in the winter, you buy a Camry, you want to buy that in the Midwest where it's cold and it's a two-wheel drive, front-wheel drive car. You're going to rip it, and then obviously if you're in Florida and you're buying Corvettes, you're not going to buy a Corvette in your backyard. You're going to look, hey, why not look someplace in Texas, somewhere in the Midwest, look somewhere where the buyers aren't. So I always say, fish in the pond where you could be in the biggest pond with the least amount of fishermen. Right. That's what you want to do. And that's the key to a dealer's success now, is buying the right cars, the right price, and then obviously transporting them and getting them moved back to you in your marketplace without killing yourself and paying too much money. And that's the solution that we offer. All right, I know it's $1,000 to move it, and then you post it on Central and you're like, oh man, that's $1,700 to move it. And I'm going from experience. That's happened to me because I used Central for nearly 10 years. And the problem is, if you're, things change from day to day, week to week. It's the fish market. So that's why I feel comfortable providing dealers with market-based pricing. They book a car on our platform, it's guaranteed pricing. We're not changing anything. You're not getting the price bump. Hey man, I got to bump you another $75, and I'm not going to say who, but that's happened to me on some auction transport platforms that I've used, and I've used them all, every single one of them.
It's made by a dealer for a dealer, which Skye completely understands all the pain points of what we go through on a daily basis and what affects our bottom line.
I love being on the show with all my peers. You guys are all fantastic folks, and it's always exciting to be able to share something with the industry and help out my fellow dealer, because at the end of the day, that's where my energy is helping out Mr. Dealer, John Santos, for example, or Matt that wasn't able to make it. He actually was texting me a few minutes ago. He's like, man, I'm selling a car right here. It's just me running the store right now, and that's it. So he couldn't get on. Mm-hmm. So, but he would gladly tell you he's booked a bunch of cars with us, but the guy's busy and he's got 5 stores. So he's anything that we could do to take the load off of my fellow dealer is what I want to do, because that is moving the needle. That is helping them.